Yeah, lost to the eventual champion, Gene Stuss, that time.
Who hasn't lost to Gene still?
And nobody's beat him yet here.
Korth out of Medford, Oregon. Wonder how well he knows Marshall Holman.
Yeah, that's if they know one another.
Beautiful shot.
Very simple game that Korth has. Finishes quite a ways behind the foul line, gets the ball well over the line, as opposed to Jim Brenner, who sets it down so smooth that it wouldn't break a plane of glass.
Can't even hear it when it hits the first 2 or 3 feet. And a beautiful shot for Brenner. 2 different approaches from Mike Durbin to throwing strikes.
And Jim Brenner is just a delight to watch him bowl. Has that big high backswing, sets the ball down so smoothly. And as a result, many times it's just that he got a strike there.
Brenner averaged 204 on the championship round pair. The top 5 averaged a crisp 220. Oh my, flirted with the twig at about 45 feet and left the 2-8 on lane 21.
Actually got that ball out of the lane a little bit. You could hear that one hit the lane. Normally you can't hear it. Leads to 2-8, not an easy spare again.
Still trying to break through and win his first DBA senior title. Has had a number of top 10 finishes.
Yeah, but only one other championship run right here.
Felt like he bowled a pretty good game against Gene Stuss. Shot 237, but it wasn't enough. Out wide and back for the 2-8 conversion.
Used the strike line to convert it. The way normally that I would recommend it. A lot of players, especially the modern contemporary younger players, just go hard and straight right at it.
Korth looking for the double and the early advantage in game number 1. A little more loft. And did he hang up in it?
Yeah. Yeah, he was definitely left the target all the way. Wanted that double. You know, he gets the ball out of the lane to begin with, and that one, the thumb and fingers basically came out at the same time. A little bit left the target, whips out a lower surface friction bowling ball to go straight at the 610.
And I love it so much. And for me, like, I ended up really diving into the Jewish identity.
And, woo! Wasn't going to hook anymore. He was in big trouble.
I didn't think there was anybody else on the senior tour that threw a spare ball the color of John Hersinnen.
Korth is a 5-step player.
Community of Mexico. What I love about what's going on at this event is that on social media right now, especially in the Jewish space, we see so much of the vandalism that you saw on the museum, and it's just.
I think he likes 21, perhaps a little more than 22.
Although when I talk to the players, nobody would say that there was any difference between the two lanes.
You think that's the biggest difference between the synthetic mic and the wooden lane?
Well, yeah, there was always. There shouldn't be. You wouldn't think with these synthetics any difference in any of the lanes, but there is.
Through the nose, Brenner fortunate to end up with just 10. I mean, you could sleep right above his bowling center and never worry about
he wouldn't wake you up,
would you?
Right. Yeah.
Really a nice gentleman who intimated to me that he's out here. He loves the competition. He loves to get in there and bowl against the best players on the senior tour, and now he has himself a stake in open frame. And of course, don't forget tomorrow night on ESPN. In terms of Major League Baseball, a big doubleheader coming your way. There we go. The opener. The Red Sox and the Tigers. Red Sox are the best pitching staff in the American League. Tigers with a lot of people that can hit it out of the park. And in the nightcap, I think it's the Dodgers and Cincinnati. And you see a strike on the left-hand lane.
So both players are a little bit nervous right here, Dan. Not able to put good shots back to back. If you make one at a time, different story when you got to do it 2 times in a row or more. A little more room. And it doesn't get there and leaves the 2 and the 7.
Too much room.
Yeah.
You think that was an adjustment to the last shot?
I don't think he moved his feet. Yeah, I do think it's an adjustment. He wanted to give it more room. He wanted to get it off his hand cleaner. He did, but he just got it too wide that time, which tells you that the lane condition is not that easy.
Oh, both Both players with open frames. And we'll be back with more of match number 1 from Cal Bowl after these messages.
We're going to take.
And by Bud Light. If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light. And while we were away, Jim Brenner has come up with a couple of real nice shots.
And he trusted both of these. Look at how the 4 falls into the 7 here.
Or maybe you're working on some projects and the album is just next on the list. Either way, West Shore Home has
And Light again. And he's sticking with a good thing right there, Dan.
So it's a 3-bagger, a 22-pin lead. Now back in the 6th frame, Bob Korth leaves the 7-pin, and that was on a strike, so he's not been able to put together a double.
And the difference between the two is Korth can't carry that Light hit, and Brenner carried 2 in a row. Right now, Korth looking for an answer on lane 22 and coming up with question marks instead.
Just past the midway point, both players with an open frame. Winner of this game will take on our number 3 seed, Bill Starnes, with John Handegard and Gene Stuss waiting in the wings. Well, if he could bowl all night on lane 21, he'd be pretty tough. All right, we'll be back with more of game number 1 from Lakewood, California, right after this break. Jim Brenner leading by 22, working on a 3-bagger.
Smooth as silk. And the equalizer, the 7 and the 10. Pocket 7-10. We see it almost every weekend.
Major turnaround in this match.
Major turnaround. I mean, you could put the match almost out of reach with a strike there, and now Korth with a double can be right back into that. Hard and straight at the 7th. Not really that hard.
But reasonably straight. I had a chance to talk with Jim about his bowling goals heading out on the PBA Senior Tour, and this was his response.
Well, I like the competition, first of all, and I think everybody's goal is to win a national title. I've been close. I've been in the top 10, I don't know how many times, and a couple telecasts now. So I expect to win these sooner or later.
Trying to get the job done here this evening. Came back nicely in the 8th frame, but that 22-pin lead is now down to just.
And in this situation, if Korth can get his first strike on lane 22, you take the lead in the match for the first time.
Better shot.
Better result.
Key shot for Bob Korth. And I also had a chance to talk with Bob and ask him about the excitement, the anticipation of bowling in the championship round for the first time.
Oh, it's going to be great. I've been looking forward to this since I came out. Last year I got to come here and I just missed the finals here. Ended up 8th, and I had a shot at the show and didn't get there. So I came out for 6 tournaments this summer, and I really feel like it's just a dream come true.
And he's dreaming about lane 21 because he's got to miss over there.
Well, yeah, but that's great match game bowling, Tim. When your opponent gets that bad break like that, he steps up there and makes 2 quality shots right around the second arrow, a little right of it, and hits his tough lane, comes back and nails it on his good lane. Forces now Brenner to strike here in the 9th frame.
Good to know that humans come in handy.
Pick up the lead 2. And a beautiful shot. What a nice comebacker after that pocket 7-10 the last trip.
Well, we got 2 inexperienced players showing their mettle going into the 10th frame. And it's the guy that can perform in the 10th that's going to win this all-day match.
All right, does Jim Brenner have the advantage because he's finished the trip?
I would think so, yeah. Although you never really have the advantage when you're trailing.
Thanks to the now vital kindness of the shepherd.
Trying to keep the string alive. That classy shot to open up the 10th frame.
Well, he's not trailing anymore, Jen. Now he's ahead by 8.
Both players very much aware of the score. They've both taken a look.
And you look at Brenner's game here, you know, 3 in a row, pocket 7-10, 3 more in a row. He could have 7 in a row. As it is, 1 more, and forces Korth to get 2 in the 10th.
It takes a village.
Ooh. And the soft 10.
Good shot. Ball just didn't quite roll up, was in between. And so all he can do now is stare up, sit down, and hope for the best.
Bob Korth's going to need that first one in the 10th, a lane that he only has one strike on.
But the important thing is he struck the last time he was there. Nice game for Jim Brenner. Bowled a good game here 2 years ago and was defeated by Gene Stuck.
You know, Bob Korth was in the position round last night in order to get to the championship round, had to throw a double, so he proved that he can respond. Let's see if he can do it now.
Good shot. Oh, and it skidded just a little bit. Maybe got it inside his target.
Just a hair. I mean, he was aiming at a small target on that lane, the 2-4-5. Jim Brenner's going to move on to face our school principal, Bill Starr.
Good opening match. A disappointed Bob Korth came within an eyelash of winning the opening game, but as well as he is bowling out here on the national tour, it wouldn't surprise me at all if we wouldn't see him back in the championship round in short order. So Jim Brenner hangs on, gets the handshake, and he'll advance. As Mike just said, against an excellent player in Bill Starr.